beauties, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Ashley. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and join the beauty family. So today, beauties, I'm bringing you a review, honey. This is the new one size, turn up the base, full beat liquid foundation. So if you'd like to see whether or not it's worth it and if you should snag it, keep watching. Alrighty, beauties, so let's get into this review, honey. One size, sent your girl some PR. So this is the new one size turn up the base full beat liquid foundation. So this is the shade range. This is what came with it. I have the new sponge. This is the turn up the base infinity beauty sponge. Gorgeous, and it expands, so honey, you're gonna get a lot of surface coverage with it. And they sent me 2 shades. Now one may be a little light, honey, she might have to be concealer. So I have dark 25. This has neutral undertones. This is the packaging. The red is very consistent, and this is dark deep 15, golden olive undertones. So some deets about this product. So it is full coverage, soft matte, waterproof and sweat proof, long wear and weightless. It won't clog pores, dermatologist tested, 16 clean ingredients. So this is all on the back of the packaging. A full beat reimagined, this long wear soft matte foundation is formulated to deliver full coverage with only 16 clean ingredients, hugging skin with max comfort all day. It visibly blurs and smooths skin flawlessly without clogging pores. So some of the top ingredients in this foundation: laurel lysine. This is amino acid powder, prevents makeup breakdown. Alkane complex, 100% plant-derived emollients, replace silicone for a smooth feel. And rice silk powder. This is going to blur the skin with soft focus effect. So yes, as you all know, if you don't know, Patrick Star did go to school to become an esthetician. He is a licensed Esty. I finished my hours, honey. I still have not done my boards. That's a conversation for another day. But I did go to beauty school as well for aesthetics. So look at this packaging. This is gorgeous. One thing Patrick gonna give us, honey, is some packaging as well. I really feel like they were in the lab with this. So I'm really excited to try this out. It says one size, turn up the base full beat liquid foundation. And it also says to shake well before use. So this foundation is vegan, waterproof, full coverage, long wearing, has a matte finish, and has a liquid formula. So the same facts that are listed on the box of the foundation are the same facts that's listed on Sephora's website. So she has not launched yet. She launches September 24th in stores and online. So these are the 2 shades. This one is definitely too light for me. I don't even think this might be my winter color, because you know, girl gets loses a little melanin during the winter. So we are going to try the dark deep 25, and let's see. So I'm going to go in with 2 different sides of my face. I'm going to go into the Secure the Blur primer, of course, and I'm going to go into the new Oil Control, the Oil Sucker Extreme Mattifying Alkaline Primer. I'm going to do a little because matte, you know, I don't need to look like when SpongeBob was in Sandy's house and he had no water. We don't need that. So the face is already moisturized. So let's go in with the Oil Sucker Primer. We're gonna do this on one side. So I'm just gonna focus this right here. And I'm also gonna apply that to my forehead. Ooh, honey, she is sucking the oil right up. This is my first time trying this primer. I definitely have to do a follow-up review on it, but it feels really good. It definitely feels very mattifying. So now for this Secure the Blur. I'm gonna focus this on the areas where I need it to be flawless. Okay, so 2 different primers on 2 different sides. So let's just give this a few seconds to dry down. So let's get into some deets about this new Turn Up the Base Infinity Sponge. So beauty meets geometry in this iconic sponge, designed with a unique oiloid shape for infinite uses. This ultra soft ergonomic tool smoothly applies makeup and skincare from liquids to powders. Okay, so this is really cool. I am going to wet this, and by the time I get back, we should be ready to apply this foundation. So this is what the sponge looks like. Let's go wet it. Alrighty, now that the primers have dried down, let's get started. I wet the sponge and look how big it got. Like, this is huge. So we are going to apply the foundation. I really love the cohesive packaging. This is the primer. This is the foundation. This is another primer. This is the concealer. Honey, Patrick loves some red, okay? So we shook this up, so now let's get started. So I am going to apply it on my face. I think you have to pump this a few, oh, okay, it's on its way. Okay, so I applied 2 on one side and 1 on the other. So we're just going to spread this around and just get started with applying. It doesn't really have a scent. It kind of smells like skincare almost. So no fragrance. But the sponge is very soft and it covers a lot of surface area. And I think that's something that's necessary. So if you're in a rush, this would be a great tool to use. And it's really going to get in the nooks and crannies. This is definitely a good match. I was wondering if it was going to be because I saw Makeup Shayla use it and we not the same shade. We're like a hair different. So I was like, oh my gosh, I wonder if this is going to be a good one, but they sent me the right one. So this is what the face looks like with 3 pumps. It feels very lightweight. I don't feel anything on my face. My skin just feels just like it's breathing. So now let's go in with some concealer. We're going to try to do a one size face today. This is the Turn Up the Base Butter Silk Concealer. I have the shade Dark 3 Golden. Love this concealer. It gives gorgeous coverage. So I'm going to go in with the other end and start blending this out. And you can really get that precision with this sponge. Okay, so that is blended out. The base still looks flawless. Let's go in and cream contour. So I'm going in with my Too Faced Melting, Sculpting, and Bronzer Stick. This is in the shade Chocolate Lava. So we are going to use this, honey, to snatch these cheekbones and bronze and smell delectable all in one. So just going to go ahead and blend this out with a dual fiber brush. I really want to see how this product blends on top. We're just going to go back in just to make sure that we did not lose that concealer. And you can also use the same sponge and cut right underneath that cream contour. I'm just going to go right over. I'm just going to go in and add a pinch more concealer. And I'm just going to let that dry down for a few. Just want to make sure that we are not losing that brightness. So I'm just going to let that sit for a few and then blend that back out. Ooh, I just got sidetracked watching Something New with Sanaya Lathan and the concealer dried down. So let's see if she's going to move. A little bit, a little bit. A couple seconds turned into some time, okay? It is only right that we set this concealer with one size. This is the Ultimate Setting Powder in Translucent. This powder is the bee's knees. I love this. I have the mini, so when I travel, I take it with me. So we're also going to use the sponge to set this concealer. I'm going to go in with the other side, and I'm going to pat the additional on the back and set this concealer. This setting powder is phenomenal. So I don't have the One Size Beauty foundation powder. Maybe I'll pick that up today. The color that I had just didn't work for me. I know I need to go back to the drawing board and get another one. So we are just going to go with my Sephora Micro Smooth Powder in 65 Toffee. We are going to use her to add a little bit of powder, some additional flawlessness. This is what she looks like. So I added that powder. Now I'm just going to go in and add a little bit of my Fenty powder. So this is the Fenty Powder Foundation in 410. I'm going with Benefit's Hoola Bronzer in Toasted. We're going to use this to warm up and snatch these cheekbones, honey. Add some color back to the face. Alrighty, so for blush, we are going in with Max Pinch Me. I'm just gonna pop a little bit of this on the cheeks since it kind of goes with the eyeshadow. So I'm just gonna finish the rest of my face off camera, just smoke out my bottom lash line and throw on a lip, and I'll be back. So yes, beauties, this is the finished glam, honey. The face is sitting with this new one size foundation. So it's been about an hour. It's about 12:30. So we'll see what it looks like another hour or two from now. But the face is sitting. I did spray a little Fix Plus just to get rid of some of that powderiness, but it looks bomb. I'm really excited to see what it looks like another hour or two. So just as a reminder, we use the Oil Sucker Primer on this side, and then we use the Secure the Blur Primer on this side. So we'll see which side performs the best. Alrighty, beauties, so we are back. It's been about 4 hours. As you can see, the oil has started to settle in. I have just accepted the fact that I have oily skin, which is fine because that means it will take me a long time to wrinkle. So I'm content with that. However, this is what it looks like after 4 hours. It is about 3 o'clock. 3:04 to be exact. So this is the skin. So the usual T-zone has some oil, but it still looks good. Honestly, like I say, 2 to 3 hours is generally how it's going to continue to look. So I would just focus on touching up, just, you know, to bring the face back to how it used to look. So let's get into the price of this foundation. So the infinity sponge that I use to apply my foundation, concealer, and powder, this retails for $19, which is around the same price as the Beauty Blenders, which is a really good price. And honestly, this has been dry for a couple of hours and she is still thick. Okay, this is still big. I really like this. It covered a lot of surface area and it really blended out the foundation flawlessly. So it is worth the coin. This launches $9.23 on the Sephora app if you are Rouge. So most likely $9.24 if you are not Rouge. So the foundation, this retails for $44, which is the average price point for a foundation. That's usually around the cost, anywhere between the 30s to 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, and even 60s. Some of them, you know, dig deep in them pockets, honey. But this is the average price point. This was 3 pumps of foundation. It covered a lot of surface area as well, along with using the sponge. This is a beautiful foundation. It feels very lightweight. It feels like skin. All I have to do is blot right now and we will circle back to how I looked prior to. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use the same brush that I used to apply the powder earlier, just to get rid of some of that excess oil. And we will be back good as new. So here we are after we just used the powder brush. I didn't add any additional product. I just used what was on the brush. Not oily, but I do like when a little oil sets in because it just looks natural. Like the longer you wear your makeup, sometimes the better it looks. So yes, beauties, let me know your thoughts down below. Everything will be linked for you. I do feel like this foundation is worth it. I love full coverage products, and one thing I know one size is going to give us is full coverage. So there are a lot of brands that really give us that good full coverage that we're looking for. And my favorite part about this foundation is the skincare ingredients and the fact that it feels so lightweight. I don't feel anything on my skin. So yes, beauties, let me know your thoughts down below on today's review. Let me know if you are going to snag this product or these products. So I hope you all enjoyed, and as always, beauties, I will catch my next one. Thanks for watching. Until next time.